Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and tonight we are going into the cinema to see FrightClub Northern Ireland's screening of Hellraiser. Yes, the original Hellraiser. And also Simon Bamford is going to be there, who plays Butterball, for if you want to meet, have selfies, get autographs and stuff. There's a little bit, if you're in the UK, of trouble going on in our town at the moment. It's just ridiculous.
I
predicted right, yeah. So just idiots, gobshites, basically creating trouble. I'm not going to go into it because it's not even, well, it is worth talking about, but not here. So yeah, I shall try and do a little bit of filming if I can. I don't really like sticking the camera in people's faces, but yeah, we know what Hellraiser's like. I don't need to tell you what we thought.
Jesus wept.
It's one of my favourite expressions. We'll let you know if it's how we remembered it. It's been a many years since I've seen, probably a couple of decades since I've seen Hellraiser. So we'll let you know if it's as good as we remember after. There we go, we're here, we're waiting for Simon. Oh, everyone's waiting to meet Simon, have a picture. I adore her outfit, that's amazing. There's Gav, taking everybody off the list. Some awesome bits and bobs down there on the table. We'll be filming for you later on. It's all happening. I thought you were there.
The very first day on set, it was all very rushed at the last minute, as it always is, and the specialist makeup people took us to the set, and the next thing Nick and I literally didn't know where we were. We were completely blind, and we heard the first AD saying, "Okay, guys, so you're going to stand here, you're going to walk forward here, then you're going to turn to whoever was there and do whatever you're going to do." And Nick and we both had dentures, obviously Chatterer did, I had too. So we were both kind of going, "I can't actually hear anything." And he was going, what? No, I can't hear anything. And he had no idea what we were saying. The next thing we heard was, "Action!" And there's the camera. There's where they want us to walk towards. Nick walks this way, I walk like this. And you could hear this kind of weird anger from the crew and the specialists who did know what they were doing. Like, where the hell have they found hell? Where the hell have they found these useless actors who can't even know? Not only can they not hit a mark, they can't even walk in the right direction. Then the penny dropped. We actually couldn't see anything. So they said, when you're here, go to Staff Steve. We'll drop the stuff on top. When you feel it drop on you, you go out of sight. End of sight. Very, very easy to do. I thought they said we can only do this once because you will be covered in this stuff. So I hit action. I raise my arm up. I'm hoping Steve is somewhere in front of me so I can pretend to stab him. And I'm standing there thinking, come on, they're going to drop this house soon. I'm thinking, they're making this shot last a long time. And then I heard this, cut! Why didn't you drop our shot? And they dropped this big ton of shit on top of me. But because it was all polystyrene and dust, and my makeup was like 3 inches thick of foam latex, and I've got a fiberglass body on, I couldn't feel any of it hitting me. At which point, my whole gloopy K-wide head is covered in bits of polystyrene and dust. And it took 2 hours for them to go away and clean it all off so they could do the shot again. I wasn't very confident.
Jesus wept.
Hello, so we're just out. There's a big queue in there waiting to meet Simon. Is it Simon Bradbury? Is that his name? Who plays Butterball? I had forgotten most of that movie. Strangely, the parts I remembered were the house and the architecture of the house and the staircase and the windows. That was all really familiar to me, but the story, a lot of it wasn't. I'm really surprised by how little the Cenobites are actually in the movie. I thought they were in it much more. Before I tell you what I thought of it anyway, Simon was really nice. I couldn't really properly film because I was too far back. I felt like a tit with my thing up here like this. He told some really funny stories about on the set. I like the one where he was talking about, there's a bit near the end where, if you've seen Hellraiser, if you haven't, I'm sure you won't be watching this, the thing, what are you doing?
I'm reenacting Hellraiser for you.
The house falls at the end on Butterball, and he said he couldn't see and he couldn't hear because of the mask, and all the polystyrene and shit and dust all fell on his head, but because he didn't feel it, he didn't go with the cue and fall down, and
Yeah, he could only do one take.
and it was like it all came down, and he was like just stood there like, and they're like all the crew were getting really cross, and he said it took them a couple of hours to clear all the shit, get all the dust off him, because he was all like sticky. And they told us what they used for that effect as well, and a really funny story about the teenage runner that they sent to get what they used. I'm not going to tell you because FrightClub might actually they videoed the whole thing that he was talking, and he's a really nice guy, just really personable, really down to earth. Yeah, really nice, really interesting. I really liked hearing, like, there were certain scenes in it that he'd mentioned, and it was really interesting to see the scene with the knowledge that he talked about. I liked what he said about Clive Barker. It was just well worth it. I was very impressed with, I should know these things and I don't, the guy that played Laurie. I thought he was excellent. It's just, to me, he steals the whole thing. His acting's fantastic. He just,
Dirty Harry.
He's fabulous. Julia is hideous but plays a fantastic role. I could have probably done without, is it Christy? The thing I don't understand about her, the young girl, is like, she's like rage fueled at the end, and that's all really, really good. And how she is, I like. But the bit where she stood fiffing at the top of the stairs, just crying, like, ooh! And I'm like, someone's coming to kill you and you've decided to stop at the top of the stairs and cry.
I just stopped.
I thought that was really like, why have you put that in? That's a really stupid thing to put in there. But yeah, other than that, which every film's got bits, I was very impressed with the special effects, with the body horror. I'd completely forgotten all. Obviously the Jesus wept bit, we all remember, that's like still in my brain, because you watch, you know, like when you watch 101 Best This, That and the Others, and people talk about their favourite special effects in movies, that very often comes up. So I remembered that. But you know, loads of the stuff like at the beginning where Frank's reforming on the floor, that's brilliant, and everything's coming together, and it's like, when you think how old the movie is, how they achieved all that is so well done. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot better than I remember liking it when I saw it a good couple of decades ago, to be honest. Very good. I liked it. How about you? You said you had probably 30 years since you'd seen it.
Yeah, it would have been, I'd say, around about 91 last time I purposely sat down to watch the VHS of it. It's one of those films, if you take the excellent characters out of it, and really look at it,
Oh, you're going to slow
honestly, it is a pretty shite film.
It's
but
not.
when you put those little elements back in for the short amount of time doing, they make the film on their own.
I don't think it's shite. I really like it. I really enjoyed it. And I couldn't remember the word lament configuration. I had to look it up. Anything else you want to say apart from, if it wasn't for this, it would be shit?
Yeah, it was worth coming out. It was nice seeing it. I never saw it in cinema.
No,
I was only 14 when it came out.
I've seen it twice. I saw it when it came out. Not when it came out, much like when it went to VHS. I would have been somewhere in my teens. And then once after that, and I haven't seen it since. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I thought the acting was really good from the two leads in it. I'd just forgotten so much of it and what happened, and I love movies where you get a character that has to play two completely different sides, and we obviously got that from Laurie's character in this, and the special effects completely live up to expectation and memory. I was just really surprised by how little of the Cenobites we actually see in this. I have watched most of the Hellraisers, probably all of them, at some time or another. My memory's terrible. It's like all the Friday the 13th, all the Halloweens. I've seen them all. Can I tell you what's in which one? No. I seem to remember one of the Hellraisers, there's like some sort of almost like S&M, sadomasochistic room with all these beds and all this weird shit going on. Am I imagining that? That's in one of them, and that's pretty creepy, that one, whatever one that is. He's doing a chatterer again. But yeah, enjoyed it. There's nothing more else I can say. Very good. I enjoyed it very much. So I just heard, I didn't really hear much of what Gav was saying at the end, but he mentioned the next screening and something about vampires. So I'm going to hazard a guess at Let the Right One In, hopefully. It would be awesome if it was Interview with the Vampire as well. I did see that in the cinema, but I would love to watch that in the cinema again. But we shall see. I would also love it if it was Let the Right One In, or 30 Days a Night. Can you think of any more awesome vampire movies? They might show the original Nosferatu, do you think?
No, I don't think
You can't say it? Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see what it is. But no doubt we'll probably be there anyway. Well, I will anyway. So thank you for watching. Let us know below what you think of Hellraiser. Let me know if you can remember what Hellraiser that scene I'm talking about is. There's a load of beds in a room, very low light. There might be blue light, and it's just all a bit weird and creepy. I think someone's been taken on a tour through where the Cenobites live or something. That's, my memory's just shot. Maybe
I could only remember 2 quotes from the film.
Jesus wept,
Jesus
and
wept.
I have such sights to show you.
No, the other one where he's putting on the wrong size shoe. I'll tear your soul apart.
Looks like there's this guy coming.
I
Wait a
remember
minute, I'm
that
gonna have
one.
to get this in film. Wait a minute.
Go on, lad.
He's getting in the driving
Fucking
seat.
car.
He's driving like that. Right, thank you for watching, guys. Let us know below your thoughts in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time at whatever other screening we go to. Over and out from Lazy Lips.